Alright, this is the Ninja Foodi oven. My roommates and I absolutely love this. It's really versatile. It's got all different kinds of settings. Today we're going to do the air roast setting. So very easy, you just press the on button and then you move this down to the roast. And then you're going to go to time. Now, it does take time to preheat, but the preheat is really fast. It literally takes a minute, whereas compared to an oven, sometimes it takes 10 to 15 minutes for your oven to heat up. So I'm going to set this to about 38 minutes. That'll give me some time for the oven to heat up and to show you how I'm going to get the food ready. And then we're going to go to the temp button, and then I'm going to move that to 400. And then you're going to hit start. And as you can see, it says it's preheating, and when it's finished, it'll make a little noise, and then you'll see a little fire sign over here. So today, I'm just going to make a mixture of some kielbasa, which is a favorite back home, and some vegetables. So I've got some kielbasa pieces. This is good for a single person who wants to make some food and then has it for the rest of the week. Or if you're a family, obviously you can make a meal for everybody all in one pan. That's why I love it. So I've got some Brussels sprouts there. Got some fresh cherry tomatoes. You can really use any vegetable that you like. I've tried to use root vegetables because they roast well. We've got some purple potatoes. Shallots, which are one of my favorites. It's a mixture between an onion and garlic, and it just gives it a real savory flavor. As you can tell, the oven's already preheated. The little fire sign's on. I've got some radishes too, which I know that sounds weird, roasted radishes, but you really haven't lived until you tried a roasted radish, so take my advice, it's good. Also got some carrots that we're gonna throw in there, and some baby bella mushrooms. Now obviously I saved some time and prepped and washed all the vegetables before we started, so that takes a little bit of time. So once you get everything in here, I've got some fresh herbs. We've got some thyme and some rosemary. You could use parsley, basil, sage, even maybe a little mint might be good, so be creative. I'm gonna use some sumac. This is a spice that you guys might not know very much about. It's a Middle Eastern spice, but it tastes like lemon, and it's really awesome when you're using green vegetables. That way it doesn't discolor them. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of the sumac on there. And then we're gonna do a little bit of cayenne pepper for a little bit of spice. Right. A little bit of paprika, one of my favorite spices. This gives you a little bit of a smoky flavor. A lot of people just put it on top of potato salad, but it has a lot more use than that. Use sparingly, it does have a very strong flavor. I'm gonna use some pink Himalayan sea salt today. You can also use some kosher salt, sea salt. You wanna try to use something that's a little coarser because you're using big cuts of vegetables. Be a little liberal with your salt. Okay, a little pepper. If you have fresh ground pepper, that's always great too. Now this is a little special today. I have a little bit of truffle olive oil. This is a little expensive at times. You don't always have to use this, but it gives it a nice little earthy flavor. And a little bit goes a long way. You're like, that's not much, but you don't need much for the flavor. All right, and then last thing, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil just to moisten it up a little bit more. All right, now this is the fun part. You get in there and you mix everything with your hands. You just put enough olive oil on there so things are coated. You don't want it to be drenched. You don't want to have a pool of olive oil in the bottom. All right, so there we go. You've got some sausage and some fresh vegetables and some root vegetables. I'm gonna rinse my hands off. And we're at about 35 minutes right now, which is perfect. So we're gonna open this up. pop it in there. Close the window. I'm gonna check back on it in about 15 minutes, shake it up. Also another great feature, it has a little light on it, so you can turn on the light and go in there and check it out while it's cooking. We'll see you in a little bit. We're back. As you can see, there's still a lot of time left, but when I turn on the light and I open her up, if you could be here and smell it, you would absolutely know it is about done. So we're gonna take it out, set that right over here. And for the foodie, we're just gonna press the off button. Just gonna give it a little bit of a stir. And there you have a sheet pan meal all in one. You could eat it as is. You can make some rice, make a sandwich, have the vegetables on the side. Very versatile. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.